Hello friends, what's up? This is Ron here, and in this King of Fighters All-Star video we are going to take a good look at how we can do really high amount of damage in Inferno mode against Geese Howard. Now I have seen plenty of videos over YouTube that a lot of YouTubers are actually doing a good amount of damage, but one thing is common about them, that is all of them are actually more or less using SS Blue Mary. Of course, she is a decent character, but the thing is there are many players out there who don't have SS Blue Mary. Now she is a decent character, but for certain reasons many players are not having this character, or maybe have this character at low level but not having the 3PG. Like me, I just have her on level 90 and I don't have her 3PG. This is just an old 5PG which is not going to work at all. So what is the solution for this? And I'm going to show you a solution using another character which was entirely free to play. Let's go and check out the guild. And by the way, don't forget to give this video a like, my friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, because why not, my friends? Why not? Hell yeah, let's go. And this is the team that I am using, and I'm using EXKO as my primary damage dealer. Of course, he is well buffed up and fully maxed out. Not fully maxed out, because he's just only level 50. By the way, he's not even level 60 or 70, just a level 50 character with all those imprint stones and blah blah blah. And for the dot dealing option, I am using this character right here, our Chun from the Street Fighters collaboration, a totally free to play character which I got her for totally free. I haven't even summoned in the Street Fighters collaboration, but still I was able to make her 3-star. And hell yeah, she is going to do the dot damage, because we need 2 dots in this guild mode, that is chill and shock. So for chill dot I am going to use Chun, and for shock I am just using Blue Mary. And she actually has shock damage dealing ability as a striker. She is going to deal shock damage equal to 13% of attack to all enemies for 10 seconds. So forget about the other things. The 10 seconds of shock is the most important and the only important thing in this game mode. But however, if you don't have Blue Mary at all, there is a similar alternative we can actually use. And let me show you the character right here, and that will be this character right here, my friends. And Lady Yashiro was the best shock dealing striker before the arrival of SS Mary, because she deals shock damage equal to blah 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 percent of attack for 10 seconds. And as I have said you before, that 10 seconds is the only thing. So don't worry if you don't have Blue Mary at all. Forget her. You can just use this shock damage dealing striker and get the job done, my friends. Honestly, she is the best deal right here. And what is the role of Yuri Yagami here? Yuri Yagami is going to support this EXKO due to his core, but most importantly, this character is actually having increased damage to the opponent. This one, the skill, this is going to increase target's damage received by 35% for 5 seconds upon landing a skill, and this is going to help your damage dealer a lot. But you need to make sure that you press this skill and immediately switch to your damage dealer, because of the duration, because this 35% increased target damage received is going to last for only 5 seconds. So whatever you are going to do, you have to do it within these 5 seconds. And of course, this character has another increased damage received from the core, that is going to increase damage received by 30% for 7 seconds upon landing an active skill. However, in our run we are not going to get that, because we had to throw a 3PG, and 3PG is actually considered as an active skill. So the thing is, whenever I'm going to, you will see in my runs that I'm going to tag in Yuri and throw his 3PG. Basically his increased damage received to the opponent from the core will be gone by then. So I'll be using this first skill only to increase the damage received to the opponent. So this will be the team that you can see: one damage dealer Kyo, one dot dealer Chun Li, and another one is a support who is going to support with it with that increased damage received to the opponent. Now you can actually use different strikers for Kyo. For example, I am using SS Kyo because SS Kyo is going to enhance our Kyo's burn damage by 20% and increase damage dealt by enemies by 3%. And another reason is, if I even lose some of the HP of Kyo, I will not lose this damage. However, if I can use any other strikers, like for example Chizuru, that can also be a great option. But remember that sometimes you might actually lose some HP while facing this Geese, because Geese is freaking hard. And another amazing striker option for Chun Li, the Blue Mary is another amazing job, doing another amazing job, because she is going to buff her PG, and PG is most important for Chun Li, which I am going to show you in my run, that why PG is important. The reason the PG is important, because you just need to quickly deal your dot to the boss, and just as soon as possible you need to start your 3PG, because Chun Li is a character who is not immune to darkness. Of course she has shield, of course she has immunity, but the thing is she can actually die pretty soon if you cannot just switch to your 3PG. So I think Blue Mary is going to do the best job as a striker, because she is going to give her their obtain power by 3%, obtain 15% power at the start of the stage, and obtain 10% power when using an ultimate move, which is freaking amazing. And for Iori Yagami, I am just using the normal link striker Chizuru Kagura, because Chizuru is going to buff Kyo score once again. So both this Iori Yagami and Chizuru is always going to buff the course of our EX Kyo, which is our primary damage dealer. Now if you don't have EX Kyo, you can actually use for example strong characters like BS Rugal or Akuma from the Street Fighters collaboration in the place of EX Kyo. Probably they will be able to do good numbers as well, but of course not as high as EX Kyo, because this strategy is somehow meant for him, because I'll show you very quickly. But first let me just talk about the cards now. And for EX Kyo, I am just using the successor type set, which has no transcend effect at all, my friends, no transcend effect at all. And I'm just using this option card that I'm getting for free from the Orochi event, which is going to increase attack 5%, critical damage by 10%, and increase 3 sacred fighters critical rate by 7%. This has, by the way, some transcendation, but however this is for the defense type fighters, so this is not going to work on EX Kyo. And I'm also using another option card that is based on critical rate and critical damage. And I have already told about these things, that Kyo is a character who is going to get highly benefited from critical rate and critical damage. So keep this thing in your mind when you are adding the set cards for EX Kyo, if you are using him as a damage dealer. Now for Chun Li, I am using this good old Serena set, which is amazing that even these days this set is proving to be really useful. Whenever you are trying to tag in and tag out your character, this set is going to immensely benefit you with the PG. This is going to increase attack by 13%, increase attack by additionally 15% for 10 seconds, and gain 10% power when tagging in. So a lot of attack with this set we are getting whenever we are going to tag in and tag out this set. So this is amazing, and I am using this option card from the Street Fighters collaboration, which we got for free, which is increase attack by 5%, decrease skill cooldown by 1.2 seconds, which is going to be very important in this case, because you need to go through your skills very quickly, because Geese is some ferocious boss who will not give you time at all, and he will kill you in seconds. But another thing is, increase chill damage dealt by 60% for 5 seconds upon using an active skill, cooldown 13 seconds, and this chill damage is going to help, of course. But if you don't have this card, don't worry, just go ahead with 2 skill cooldown reduction cards like this one, for example. Just increasing skill cooldown and some defense will not work, but just skill cooldown thing is going to work really well. And for Iori, I'm just using this through the darkness set, because this through the darkness set is going to increase attack 13%, gain 15% power upon tagging in, and increase the attack of the fighter who is tagging in by 13% for 7 seconds. That means this set is going to buff Iori with PG, of course, which is all we need from Iori, PG. And this is going to going to buff the next fighter attack by additionally 13% for 7 seconds. That means if I am using Iori with this set, then the next fighter who is going to be tagged in is going to get some attack buff, which is freaking amazing, my friends. And of course, I am just using these normal cards for active skill damage and gain power 2.5% upon landing an active skill, which is somewhat really helpful. By the way, we got this card for free in previous Kyo event, so not a big deal at all. And I'm just using another normal, just a simple an SS option card that came with a very long time ago. Increase attack, decrease skill cooldown, and increase attack by 13% for 5 seconds, and granting a super armor. We don't need really these sort of stuffs. These option cards are actually, you can replace them probably with any good cards, or maybe skill cooldown reduction card. These sort of things, it can be done with no problem. Now let's talk about the imprint stones a bit. My Kyo is actually developed in a pretty decent way. I am just using all the 3 EX imprint stones and all the star and moon imprint stones that we got from the banner. So the thing is, you need to develop your damage dealer in this way if you want to go for the high numbers. It doesn't really matter if he's an EX Kyo or Akuma or Rugal, it doesn't really matter, but you need to add all the imprint stones if possible. However, I think I still have room for this imprint stone, because I can actually change this imprint stone. For example, in the middle effect, this is going to give us critical damage by 25%, which is of course good for Kyo. However, I think this stone might actually be really helpful, because this is going to increase 3 Sacred Treasure Fighters blast skill and strike skill by 10% when fully leveled up. So maybe in future I'm just going to add this stone to the character, but however, for now this stone setup is perfect for Kyo. And for EX Chun Li, which is totally a free characters, and I am just using the free imprint stones along with just normal attack, not even double attack. But notice that both of the stones are attack plus chill, because this is going to increase her chill damage to a great extent, and this will support the character a lot. And for Iori, let's just go and check. His imprint stones are not even the ideal ones. Just using these normal special signature circle and square stones. I don't even have the hexagon stones, because I just got Iori for the first time when he came into the game, and I was able to get him to 2-star only. So now I just added this double attack imprint stone, which is just going to increase his attack by 22%. But this stone is not the ideal, because this is actually a burn stone, and Iori has burn in his default. By the way, we are not going to use the default in any way, so it would have been better if it was darkness, but we don't care. And still, once again, this stone, I think it will be a better stone for this character right here. And for star and imprint stone, I just used whatever I got. Use this one, which is going to increase attack by 10%. Shock damage is not going to work with this character. Just getting the 10% attack from here, and we are getting this 10% attack from here. And of course, bleeding will not work on Iori. but I think this is enough already. Maybe I can use better stones if I get, but for now it is going to do the job. Now let me just quickly show you that how I am going to execute the strategy, because there are some things you need to understand here. And let me just show you that I am basically going to use 3-2-1 skill for all the characters. Now notice this thing carefully, because for the first round just using random skill for the first time, but and see I am going to use 3-2-1 skill for this Chun Li, and just quickly doing the 3PG. By the way, I have already tagged Blue Mary for the shock. Then once again 3-2-1, then we switch to Kyo, we do some skills and do the 3PG. This is the first round, because we just need to gain a 3PG, but from the next round it is going to be the actual. And pay attention, my friends, because the meter is already broken. We apply now 3-2-1 and we do the damage, we do the 3PG from this character. Hell yeah. And you'll see that next when I tag Chun Li, we'll just go 3-2-1. And by the way, we are going to tag Blue Mary very quickly. Now here comes Chun Li, 3-2-1, Blue Mary tags in 3PG, and here we go. But notice the thing that the meter will not be broken. That is the problem with Chun Li, that the meter cannot be broken. Now we bring once again 3-2-1 of Chun Li, and we bring SS Yori. Now notice one thing, that when we just do a 3-2-1 once again with Chun Li and tag her out and bring Yori, we will not do 3-2-1 with him. We will just do 3-2, and we will not use the number 1 skill, because that is going to give the increased damage receive. And if we just use it, it will give the increased damage receive, and it will last for 5 seconds only. But we need to throw a 3PG for Yori Yagami, because as you can see the meter is still left. Chun Li cannot break the full meter, and quite a good amount of meter actually stays active when she is already done with her 3PG and skill. So we need to break the meter with the 3PG of Yori Yagami. So we will just tag Yori Yagami, do the skill number 3, number 2, then we will do the 3PG. And because of the fact that we have already applied the dot with Chun Li, as you can see there is no shock, but there is already chill dot applied to the character, to the boss, and with that help Yori Yagami will be able to break the mirror. Again I show you 3-2-1 from Chun Li, 3-2 from Yori Yagami, and the finisher, and you'll see guys the mirror will break. And hell yeah, the meter is broken. Now we are going to use the first skill of Yori Yagami and bring Kyo in and do the damage like hell. Look at this guys, look at these numbers, how quickly they are increasing. So I hope you guys understood the entire scenario right here, that skill rotation is very much important in this run, and of course against this boss. If you are looking for high numbers, just go for 3-2-1 for both characters, and of course Kyo, you don't have to go 3-2-1, but just go 3-2-1 and the EX skill, and keep spamming the hell out of the first skill. So now I'm just going to add the gameplay, and I hope you will enjoy it, and let me know what you think about the gameplay and the strategy, and if you are getting some good score, and hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out my friends. Enjoy the gameplay, and hell yeah.